On that note, what's your message to people out there who are in a job because they're in a job because they need a job? Where you had this enlightenment, this huge transition in your life. And, I often say, like, some people have to live a whole lifetime to learn what's really important, right? And some people have these moments in life, these either shocking moments, traumatic, tragic moments through their life and earlier on, which teach them these certain things. But a lot of people can also be living like ants or sheep, where they just, they're on that treadmill of life. Like, what would your advice be to those people who are listening now, that this particular message speaks to their heart, where they feel like, what am I doing with my life? And how can I turn it around? They didn't have something so traumatic happen to them. Or what would your message be to those people?
My dad always said to me, don't give people advice, because if you're right and they didn't take your advice, they'll hate you. And if you're wrong and they took your advice, they'll hate you. So I'm a little bit cautious to give people advice. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself. And if you are feeling the way I'm feeling, then this is what's my journey. My journey was to throw caution to the wind, and at great risk and at great pain, I might add. I've suffered financially significantly as a result of my decisions, but I've grown emotionally significantly as a result of my decisions. And I believe that the financial stability will come eventually in time when it's supposed to. But we're not cattle. We're not cattle. Life isn't just about waking up first thing in the morning, going to a job that you hate just so that you can pay your bills and spend money on stuff that you don't need, just to do it all over again, continuously. It's insanity. There's nothing normal about that. There's nothing normal about existing when you should be thriving in a world that was designed to thrive. We are earthlings. We were designed to thrive. We were designed to be happy and to just get the best out of life. And somewhere along the line, man arrived. And he arrived with all his philosophies and all his ideologies and all his smartness, all these things that he knew better. And in the process, destroyed everything good. And I don't want to be complicit to that in my personal thing. So I'm not going to advise anybody, but I think everyone needs to really just reach inside themselves. And if your calling is so loud and so great that you cannot ignore it, then my advice would be, don't ignore it. And that's all I'm going to say.
Cool. It was strong advice. Even though you don't like to give advice, it was still advice.
My dad must be shaking his head at me. My dad's probably shaking his head at me right now, saying, I warned you.
But Jarette, you talk about, we're going to lead towards closing off now, but I do want to quickly go back to that one comment you made about, you've suffered a great deal in making this change, because this is what people are so afraid of. They're so afraid of shaking their financial status. And I mean, I know, so you do have a daughter, you've given us a little bit of info there about your, just your private life situation, which is important for people to understand, because most people who are afraid to take these leaps have a family, right? Whether it's an ex or whatever, but they have dependents. This is what people are so afraid of. It's that financial risk. It's the financial instability. Can you just give us a little bit more meat there, for people to, I don't know, maybe not be so afraid, or...
I honestly don't know what else to say on that topic. We all have to live with the choices that we make. All I know is that I don't want to turn around one day at the end of my life and say, I wish I had. I don't want to turn around and feel like I wasted my time trying to gain things that brought me really no fulfillment. And if you think that money is going to give you fulfillment, well, I'm sorry to tell you, it won't. You know, if you think that a new house and a new car is going to make you happy, it may for a short while, but eventually you'll just want another one and another one, and you'll never really be satisfied. You know, we've been taught that happiness comes externally, and we've been taught that the things that we gain are the things that bring us happiness, and that's a lie. That's a lie. Happiness is something that is internal. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be happy. If you're earning a lot of money and you're very happy with your life and you've got yachts and you're traveling the world and that fulfills you, then that fulfills you. You know, this is not about you then, I guess. You know, but if you're feeling lonely and empty, if you're feeling like you're supposed to be on a different path, that's your intuition talking. That's your internal system talking to you. You know, if you feel like the world doesn't make sense to you right now and you don't know where to fit in, that's your intuition. I believe that's your spirit talking to you. You know, and ignore your own advice. You know, emotional, intuitive advice at your own peril. You know, we live an average of 28,000 days. Let's put that into perspective. Humanity is on this earth. The average person, if they get to live a full life, for 28,000 days.
Wow.
How many days have gone by? How many days have you squandered? How many days do you have left? And what are you going to do with the time that you have? The beautiful gift of life that's been given to you. That's it.
Cool. Yeah. Beautiful.